Hi, it's John, and welcome to the channel. 5:07 a.m. Monday, October the 20th. I hope you're having a great start to your Monday morning, and I hope you had a great weekend as well. I've got my big blue mug of coffee with me today, and I've got a topic from out in left field, but I think there's something we can learn about the left and the right here, conservatives and liberals. It's something I've said before. Maybe you've not heard me say this, but this issue certainly is a factor in this story in Ontario. Now, it's an Ontario story, but if you've got photo radar where you live, you need to listen to me here. I've got a lot of experience with photo radar. I'll tell you about it in just a moment. So I always say conservatives are logical, liberals are emotional. Case in point, Mark Carney and the Liberals got elected on April 28th because people who voted Liberal thought, oh my God, Donald Trump. They voted with their emotions, while the rest of us, who think logically, conservatives, thought, the Liberals have screwed up the country. They put us in a precarious situation economically. I'm voting for the other guy. Conservatives logical, liberals are emotional. And this issue is the same thing. So let's go over and look at the story I saw first thing this morning. And keep in mind again, I have a lot of experience when it comes to photo radar. I used to do traffic here. And I used to not argue with people on the phone, but people used to yell at me when I would announce where photo radar was. More on that in a moment. So here's the article I saw first thing this morning, and I'm going to play a clip from an Ontario MPP, a Liberal, who I'm going to slay in just a moment. The man's a fool, and all he's trying to do is make political points. And he's trying to drag keeping kids safe into this where it has nothing to do with that. Photo radar has nothing to do with safety. Nothing. Horrible piece of legislation, Ontario parents to rally against speed camera ban. Just a bit of this article. Several parents groups against a looming speed camera ban in Ontario holding a provincial day of action on Monday as MPPs return to Queen's Park for the beginning of a new legislative session. Premier Doug Ford announced earlier this month his progressive conservative government will table a bill to ban speed cameras. I'll jump ahead a little bit here. Tom DeVito, okay. Here's his quote here. Quote, when an announcement comes out of the blue that a very effective tool that's used to control very dangerous driving behavior in your schools is going to be dismantled, it kind of shocked me to the core, unquote, he said. So it says right there, a very effective tool that's used to control very dangerous driving behavior. Here's John Fraser. This is the tweet on X I saw this morning. Why is Ford Nation so hell-bent on making the streets in front of our kids' schools less safe? Who is John Fraser? Member of Provincial Parliament, Ottawa South. And he is a Liberal. And here's what he had to say in his little diatribe in front of a school in Ontario.
We're headed back to Queen's Park tomorrow, and I'm sure one of the things we're going to talk about are these automated speed enforcement cameras. I'm here on Heron Road, just across the street from Marie Curie, a French elementary school in my riding. This camera, it keeps these kids safe. Heron Road, it's like a highway. You know, the chiefs of police have told Doug Ford, don't take speed cameras away, so have sick kids. So why is Doug Ford so hell-bent on making our schools and the roads near them less safe?
I'm no fan of Doug Ford, but he's right. It's a cash grab. The police love the speed cameras because it just gives them money. But him saying it keeps the kids in front of that school safe is an absolute lie. It does not keep people safe. Let me ask you this. You see this camera? This is a camera right behind him. If somebody drove along this as a 50-kilometer-an-hour road at 75 and it took a picture of that car, would the car slow down? No. It's still driving 75 and it'll continue down Heron Road, past that school, and it won't slow down at all. All that will happen is that that person will get a bill. It doesn't change the behavior of anybody at all. This is an absolute freaking lie. Photo radar does not slow people down. Now, I used to do traffic here in Calgary, and I would plead with people. They would yell at me on the phone. Why are you telling people where the photo radar on? We want these people to slow down. Now, if you want to punish people for speeding, that's all it does, but it's not changing their behavior at all. And I've got a better solution to this. But I would say to them, I'm telling people where photo radar is because when I say it, everybody slows down. I'm actually having an effect on the traffic, making people safe. The photo radar camera does absolutely nothing but punish people and give money to the police. Of course they love it because it gets more money in their coffers. So let's go back to this tweet here from John Fraser. Here's what I said in reaction to this tweet from Mr. Fraser, MPP from Ottawa. I put, photo radar doesn't slow anyone down. The camera goes click, the person speeds on, weeks later they get a letter and a bill. It does nothing. I could get better results by placing a sign on the street that says speed trap ahead. And if you really want to punish people, if that's what they want, and you want more money for the cops, I could put a sign a kilometer before this school that says speed trap ahead. Everybody would slow down all the way down the road. And if somebody continues to speed, I put a cop down the road, they pull them over and they give them a ticket, if that's what you really want to do. But speed cameras do nothing, folks. I used to plead with people on the phone, sir, me announcing the photo radar slows people down. Photo radar, if somebody's doing 140 on Glenmore and they're traveling out to Banff, they're going to do 140 all the way. 2 weeks later, they'll get the bill. Meanwhile, people might be actually in danger from the guy driving 140. So this is how, I think logically the left, and this guy who's a leftist, he's just trying to make points. He's not thinking logically. Tell me what you think. Got a lot of experience with this. This drives me nuts. There's other things that the city has done in the past, like lowering speed limits, that does nothing, that I could talk about as well, but we'll get into that later. Now, there's a few other things I want to talk about. There's an event happening tonight you might want to go to. This Act Now meeting, Mitch Sylvester, Dennis Modry will be chatting, Alberta Prosperity Project, Habibi's Banquet Hall. Okay, go here and RSVP. I believe it starts at 6 o'clock, runs until 9. The other thing is we've got our big independence rally coming up on Saturday, 4 to 6 at the legislature. I will be the MC. I've been asked to be the MC. Very, very excited about that. And it is municipal election day today. Get out and vote. I'm voting for Sonia Sharp. We need to get rid of Jyoti Gondek. Thanks a lot for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.